What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of ENA. We got time. I'm here with week 2 predictions, and we're gonna get straight ahead into it, man. Sorry for not being here Thursday, having that done. We had a couple mishaps during the week, but we're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it together. First up, we got Giants at Bears. Both teams had a couple things last week I didn't really particularly like, especially my team being Giants. The Bears, they played a really good fourth quarter when I guess if you win the fourth quarter, that's kind of all that matters. Giants, they played a really good team, so of course with that new old line, that new coaching staff, they didn't look all too well. But I was very impressed with what I saw overall. There was a couple of mistakes, but it is what it is. But in that game, I'm not gonna be too long on that. I got the Bears in that one. Next up, we got Rams at Eagles. The Eagles played a very good first half, and then they ended up losing to Washington. The Rams, they barely got by the Cowboys, who I think will be a good team this year. But, it is the Cowboys, so that's neither here nor there. But I think the Eagles come out a little bit better. The Rams, I think they'll play a good game also. But if I have to pick, I'm definitely going with the Rams, taking a very, very close ball game. Next up, we got Falcons at Cowboys. Uh, I think either team's secondary has something to be desired. I don't think either one of them has a real shutdown, lockdown corner or a real, safety that really, really handles big business. A top player at his position. Both of them have incredibly good receiving cores, so I think it should be a big shootout. So with everything being pretty much even, with everything being pretty much even, I'm gonna have to go with the Cowboys. I think they win a very, very close ball game. So that's why I have that one. Next up, we have Panthers at Bucks. Now, I know it's only week 2, but this is kind of a must-win for the Bucks. This is going to be their second game in that division. They're already 0-1. Going down 0-2, people are going to start questioning a whole lot of things, and people are going to start wondering, does Tom Brady still have it? Was this the right fit for him? And things of that nature. But I do have the Bucks winning this game against Carolina. Even though Carolina did play a pretty solid game against the Raiders, they really couldn't get too much pressure on Derek Carr, which I think Tom Brady's going to sincerely enjoy that, having a good clean pocket most of the time. So, yeah, I definitely have the Bucks winning that game at home. Next up, we have the 49ers at Jets. Now, the Jets played pretty terrible most of the game last week. Le'Veon Bell is also out now, so that's a big problem. Robbie Anderson, he's gone. He went to the Panthers. Mekhi Becton, the rookie offensive lineman, he's doing what you would expect a rookie to do. He's having little hiccups here and there, but I think he'll be all right. 49ers have a ton of injuries. Last week, I want to say 5 or 6 starters were out. I'm not too sure how many of them are actually going to come back. So I'm going to have to take the Jets at home. Call me crazy, but until I see a legit injury report that looks better than the one I saw before, I'm going to take the Jets in that one. Next up, we got Broncos at Steelers. I'm one of the few that was pretty high on Drew Lock. I like Drew Lock. Actually, I wanted that was kind of my sneaker pick. I wanted the Giants to draft, but I'm very, very happy with Daniel Jones. I like Drew Lock. Now they did lose last week, but they did play the Titans, who went pretty far in the playoffs. So there's not much. You can't really fault him too much for that one. Once again, Drew Lock hasn't even played a full season. He doesn't have all of his weapons there, so I'm gonna cut him a little bit of slack. The Steelers, towards the third and fourth quarter in that Giants game, they started looking like the Steelers of 2018. So I'm going to have to take the Steelers at home, but I do think this will be a good ball game, especially if Drew Lock can have all of his weapons out there. Next up, we have Jags at Titans. Minshew Magic is still a thing. New year, same on him. So he's just getting the job done, trying to prove everybody he belongs. And I I really salute him for that. I really appreciate his grind. The Titans, well, the Titans are the Titans. We know what they represent. Derrick Henry, gonna be a whole lot of that. I want to say one of their starting receivers is out for the Titans, so that may hurt Ryan Tannehill a little bit, even though they predominantly run the football. But I'm just gonna take the Titans in this one. I like the Jags. I like Minshew, but the Titans I think are just gonna be a better team that day. Next up we have Lions at Packers. Now on the reverse side, what I said about Tom Brady and almost a must win, this would be a great win for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. This would be the second divisional game, and they can go up 0-2 in the division playing the Lions. The Lions didn't really play all that well last week. I don't know if their number one, if the first round draft pick, the corner, I don't know if he's gonna be out there. Hopefully so, but if not, Aaron Rodgers, he might have a field day. Also, Darius Big Play Slay, he also left. He's in Philly now, so I don't know what they have at corner, but I sure hope they have an answer for Devontae Adams. So I'm going to take the Packers at home on that one. Next up, we got Bills at Dolphins. I think the Dolphins played an all right game last week. Besides Ryan Fitzpatrick's couple turnovers, I think they played a pretty solid game. The Bills kind of walked through the Jets last week. And for the most part, I expect them to do the same thing against the Dolphins. I have the Bills beating the Dolphins. Next up, we have Vikings at Colts. Phillip Rivers, I'm not too high on him. Never was really too high on him. He has a great offensive line, but their starting running back, Marlon Mack, he is out and he will be out for an extended period of time. I know the Vikings lost a couple pieces in the offseason, but I'm just not sold on the Colts, and I'm especially not sold on the Colts when Phillip Rivers is the commander-in-chief. So I have to go with the Vikings on this when they bounce back, have a bounce-back game. Next up, we have Washington at Arizona. I like this game. I think the Cardinals going to win, but I don't think it'll be as bad as some people think. I have Arizona winning by a touchdown just for the simple fact I think Kyler Murray's just a better quarterback than Dwayne Haskins. I think he has a better supporting cast than Dwayne Haskins. Washington's front seven may be good, and that's fine and all, but I don't really see them putting up too many points against Arizona, so I'm going to have to go with Arizona, and they're playing at home, so that's that. Next up, we got Ravens at Texans. Sean Watson, yeah, great football player, and I really like what he does, and I'm happy he got his money. Baltimore by 10. Next up, we got Chiefs at Chargers. Now, even though the Chargers, they lost some pieces, Derwin James is out, Phillip Rivers is gone. I don't know if that's really that much of a loss. But they lost Derwin James, who was a huge part of their secondary. And the Chiefs look really good week one. The Chargers always get up for the Chiefs for whatever reason it is, no matter how bad they're playing. They always give a good quality, solid game against the Chiefs. But I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs. The way they're playing right now, so far from what I've seen, it looks like they're steamrolling people, and I don't expect the train to stop too much for the Chargers. I got them winning by about 7, so I'm going with the Chiefs. Next up, we got Pats at Seahawks. I like the fact that Cam Newton was able to go out week one, get him a nice quality win in. But Russell Wilson's playing on a whole nother level. I thoroughly enjoy what I saw from him. He only had 4 incompletions, 4 touchdowns, over 300 yards. Jamal Adams is playing great like they expected him to. The defense looks good. DK Metcalf looks like he's taking a step up this year. I got Seahawks winning this ball game by at least a touchdown. In the last game of the week, we have Saints at Raiders. Now, a lot of people think this is going to be a walkover game. I'm not sold on that. You know, Michael Thomas is out. Well, there's a slim chance he might play. I'm not too sure about that. I don't know if you really want to risk it this early in the season. Yeah, he's probably your best weapon on offense, but it is a week 2 game against the Raiders really worth losing him for the season. Now, I don't know the severity of his injury, But I know being a Giants fan, when they rushed Odell back too soon, he ended up being out for the rest of the season. So that's just something to think about. I personally wouldn't rush him back, not for a Raiders game. If we win, good. If we don't, hey, it's only week 2. Got a lot more football to catch up on. So I have the Raiders winning this game. But if Michael Thomas does play and he is, a good target to have, then the Saints will probably win this game. But me personally, I'm just going with the Raiders on this one. I got the Raiders by 3. And that is my weekly prediction video, guys, of the week. Also, I just want to remind y'all, we're doing a $20 giveaway every week to subscriber who comments the most games right each week, and I need a total score for one game. So if you and somebody tie for the most wins, if you don't give a total score and he gives a total score, no matter how off he is, he's gonna win it. So just some real simple instructions. Follow that. Also, the subscriber who wins the most weeks will be mailed a NFL jersey of his choice. So y'all, what I'm saying, spread the word, tell your friends, tell everybody. We got some big things going on this year. Got me a nice customized cut right here, and that's just it, man. And this is ENA We Got Time, and I'm signing out. Peace.